Hey guys, my name is Melody Johnson. This is Sizzle Serve Yum, where I've transitioned from the ketogenic diet all the way to full-time carnivore. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about my before and after, before I was on carnivore, some ailments that I used to have, and how now after, what are the results and what happened after I've been on the carnivore diet for over 148 days. Sizzle, serve, yum. All right, so for the before I was on carnivore, I had such a hard time. So the physical things that I had a hard time with was walking upstairs. Sorry, I just did a little bit of a jog. I had a hard time maintaining like an endurance, like walking for long periods of time, lifting things. I want to say even down to the point of just doing simple exercises, but also I was experiencing like back pains. I was having issues with simple tasks that I shouldn't have problems with, such as bending over to tie my shoes. And I didn't like that, guys. It was kind of whack, you know. I wanted to be able to do those simple things with ease. Some of the other things that I would experience was just a lot of stress. Anxiety was coming on really hard for me because I was always afraid like someone would judge me. I was always afraid like to eat in front of people. And I also had like this ongoing fear that if I didn't lose the weight, you know, I'm pretty much doing a dishonor, not only to my family, but to like my friends and also to God, you know. So I wanted to just do something totally different. So for the physical, other than having like issues with how I'm exercising, I also had issues with like indigestion. I had issues with gingivitis. It seemed like it was ongoing with my dentist. I could never get rid of it, no matter how much I brushed or flossed. And then also, I was having a problem with indigestion. It seemed like I was very sensitive to a lot of things, and I got sick easily. So the sickness, I know, contributed to me also having a lot of like oils that I used to incorporate in my diet, and just wasn't good. But some of the meals that I also used to eat included like lots of fast food. I want to say like burgers, fries, bread-based type of foods I was eating, like pizza, hamburgers, biscuits, pastries. And then the problem was also I ate a lot of the things that I used to bake, and I was really, really good at it, but I had to stop. So I stopped eating those things. And it's very rare now when you see me bake something, because I always feel like if I bake it, I need to eat it. And so I don't want to do that. But anyway, same focus. So the physical part also played a component with the mental part. You know, the anxiety, the worry, the fear, right? But then there was something else that kind of came along with it. And that was also me getting upset because I couldn't fit a lot of my clothes. So I was up to a 4X, and before I started carnivore, well, the day that I decided to start carnivore, I was at 290 pounds. And it doesn't even feel good saying that, but that's the weight I was at, and that's what I had to kind of deal with, right? Now, being at that weight, things that would be easier for other people sometimes can be harder for others, such as going up a flight of steps. So those kind of activities were tough for me, and it was also embarrassing because I could not I felt like I couldn't function as a person. All right, so we went through those two things. I told you what I normally ate, and that was before. So here's some before pictures. There's especially one that I'm not too crazy about, but I'm going to show you on the screen. All right. Okay. So the next thing, after I've been on the carnivore diet for 148 days, here's what I've learned. I've learned, one, that I do not have to rely on food to help me with my emotions. Because yes, I was eating my emotions. If I became upset about something or stressed, I ate about it, right? I don't do that anymore. I go for a walk. And that helps me to feel like I cleared my mind, right? And the second thing that I also started doing was praying a lot and doing a lot of like Bible journaling. And that's helped me. It's helped me to stay focused on the most important thing in my life, which is God, but also my family, and to make sure those things are coming first. Another thing that I noticed was I had to come to terms with sugar addiction that I had. And even just a little bit sometimes would trigger like a snowball effect for me. It's not like that for some people. Some people could just stop. But for me, right now I'm choosing to stop completely, because slowly but surely I was adding some of this stuff back in. And, then I would end up not doing so great one day on the diet and then feeling terrible. I also realized that from doing the carnivore diet, I have developed a resistance. The things I was a fan of, such as like eating bread, I love pizza, right? All those things. It's interesting, when you eat carnivore for such a long time, you don't care about those things anymore. It's like, you may like the smell of it, but I tried to eat a piece of bread and I'm spitting it out because it just didn't taste right to me. So you become also sensitive to your taste buds. Like, your taste buds actually change. And I think part of that is when you consume a lot of sugar, you have the tendency of, the more sugar you have, the more sugar you're gonna want. And so it just made me realize that I was eating 10 times the amount of sugar I really should have been eating. So that's what I learned being on carnivore. But I also learned something else. I learned the importance, sorry, I got cars passing by. I learned the importance of saying no. Saying no to not just food, but saying no to things I don't want to do and that does not serve me, my family, or God. And so I want to say it's almost like it was more than just slowing down on the food and getting healthier. When I started this journey, I went to a doctor, and he said that my blood sugar levels were at 7.1, which I'm curious what they are right now, because I have been really good on the carnivore diet, and I've actually lost weight. I'm down to 249 pounds. And you can see right there on the screen, it's 249 pounds, and it's actually helped me to maintain my relationship with not just my family and friends, but to also be able to contribute more to the community, doing more activities with my kids, doing more activities in their schools, and then also at work. And it's also helped clear like brain fog that I had. I used to have a hard time focusing. I don't have that problem no more. And also it got rid of my gingivitis. I went to the dentist just a few months ago, and he was like, you don't have it anymore. He was like, you're fine. He was like, you have good dental health. I went to the eye doctor 2 weeks later. The eye doctor told me, we have to lessen your eye prescription on your glasses. How crazy is that? And then on top of that, my endurance has gotten way better. Yesterday, I just finished a 65-minute workout. 65 minutes, guys, over an hour. I could not do that in the beginning. I think the most I was able to do for a workout was 7 minutes at the most, and that was me pushing it hard. Now, I can walk for an hour. I walk up to 4 miles a day. I'm very active, and I feel great. All right, so I will say, it's not only helped me with my dental health, it's helped me to not get migraines. I used to get terrible migraines as well when I would eat a lot of sugar or I didn't eat enough sugar. So I don't mess with that anymore. And what it's done was, it's actually changed my perception towards food, what I allow in my body, and it's also given me a huge jump in self-confidence. Like now I don't care what people say about my weight. I don't care what they say about if I'm eating, because I know what I'm doing is the right thing. And if somebody's making fun of you for that, then they have an issue with themselves. It's not you, and I'm telling you for you. And then also I learned that we can have a really good community. Like you don't have to feel alone in doing this journey. So I'm gonna invite you to join our community here. Make sure you're pressing, of course, like and subscribe. And of course, comment below if you're considering taking the carnivore diet like I have. And yeah, it's been great for me, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and click up here if you want to know the true secrets of what I wish somebody told me before I went on carnivore. Take care.